One half of our main event on Saturday night. Welcome back. Welcome. Good to see you again, Reinier de Ridder. Let's give you a second here to get your headset on. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. All right, very nice. So I feel like we just saw you in Abu Dhabi, coming off that win over Robert Whittaker. When you look back at that fight, what do you like about your performance?
What I like is that I was able to do it strikingly mostly, and that I was able to show that in the 4th and 5th round I'm still there, I'm good to go, and I'm was able to hang with a champion like him. And there's a few things that I'd like to work on. I don't want to get hit like that ever again. Yeah, looking back, I'm happy with it. Nice watch, dude. Come on.
Yeah, there we go. Don't get him started. Don't get him started right here. So, you know, you were scheduled to fight Fluffy Anthony Hernandez. You got a different grappler in Brendan Allen. What did that make any changes in your own camp, or was it sort of business as usual in terms of what you did to prepare?
Yeah, the first couple of weeks when it was still Fluffy, I was really going hard on the cardio to be prepared for what he brings. So it was nice when the opponent switched. I was able to focus a bit more on technique, specifically preparing for him, and giving my body a little bit more time to recover. I'm hiding my watch a little.
I wanted to ask you, 5th fight in a 12-month span. Do you prefer to be this active? Does it not bother you that you haven't had much time between fights?
No, it is what I wanted, but maybe be careful what you wish for a little bit, yeah.
And headed into this fight, you didn't really have to make any adjustments, like you said, from the conditioning to Fluffy to this change with Brendan. What about from like a technical standpoint with the technical skills?
Yeah, they're pretty similar. Both of them box very well, I think, especially in the pocket. Fluffy wrestles a bit better. I think Brendan's jiu-jitsu is a bit better. But I try not to worry too much about what he brings. I think my jiu-jitsu is going to be way better, and that's what I've been working on.
What do you think is more important in this fight? Is it what happens technically in there, or is it really a mindset thing?
Both, I think, because we've seen Brendan fade a little bit in the later rounds in previous fights, so that must be something he's been working on. And he starts very quickly. He starts very well in the first round. So I think that first round is going to be very important, whoever gets dominant first.
You know, you said you didn't want to get punched by Robert Whittaker, but Robbie Lawler has been the man you've been working with. So I don't know, what's that relationship like between the two of you? What have you gleaned from him, and how helpful has he been? Yeah,
it was very helpful. Specifically because he's southpaw as well, like a lot of small little footwork details we've been working on. And he's a bit of a hater like me, so that's fun. We get to laugh a little bit, and he didn't mind coming on for this fight either. So yeah, it's nice to be working with Robbie a lot.
Yeah.
Now we'll take a step back from the fighting stuff.
Yeah.
How do you like Canada so far? I mean, Vancouver this time of year is great. Just what's been the overall reception with you being here and headlining a show here in the Great North?
Yeah, it's been very cool. A little chilly coming from Florida, so I needed a couple days to adjust. But I brought my wife, I brought my kids, so they've been enjoying Vancouver as well. And it's been great. I went to the Canucks game here.
Nice.
Where did they leave this ice?
I know. But you were bummed there were no hockey fights, I heard, though, right?
Yeah, I was a bit bummed out. But it was cool to be here, see the crowd already. So yeah, it's going to be good.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, last one for me. Can you talk about your transition to the UFC and how it's got to feel different, and everything looks different, the staff is different, it's just a different ball game. Did you struggle with that at the beginning?
Yeah, definitely. It's a big step up, and you know, as well as I know, when you start this thing, when you start martial arts, you want to be in the UFC. You don't want to be anywhere else. And then for me, basically like at a later time when I achieved a lot of stuff already in a different organization, it was a lot to finally come here, finally achieve that dream. And I've been chasing it all this year.
Well,
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I was just going to say, a former 2-division champion, so you're currently number 4. Do you see this as a title eliminator? And if so, why do you think you're the one who could beat the champ Chimaev?
Yeah, I've been saying this a lot, but Brendan did very well against Imavov. He did very well against Fluffy. Both of them weren't able to finish Brendan. I think if I can put him away, that's a definite statement that I'm next.
Nice.
And I think a fight with me and Hamzat would be very cool, just for the grappling exchanges, the clinch exchanges, the takedowns, the jiu-jitsu. So that's what I'm hoping.
Where's my wallet? I want to give my money for that fight right now. I want to see that fight. Thank you so much for joining us here, Reinier. It's really just been a pleasure, and your high activity rate just keeps all of us happy here in the UFC as well. So best of luck to you on Saturday, and thanks so much for joining us, folks. I want to remind you what time you can see this man throwing down. Our prelims do get going at 4 Eastern, and the main card is at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. All of the action is on ESPN Plus, and you can find us with the post show right after the main event as well.